What's going on, Giants fans? Welcome back to another episode of G Nation. And as you know, I'm excited today to talk to you about a lot of changes that have been made on about the New York Giants roster. They've been very active, claiming players off the waiver wire. Um, we acquired Quincy Roche, uh, a phenomenal player that a lot of people wanted in the draft, and Pittsburgh's linebacker group was so stacked that they just didn't have room for him. So I believe it would be a good addition to Patrick Graham's defense. Can't wait to see how it plays out. I'm excited, especially considering that we released a Fadi Adenabo, who I believed was going to make an impact. Turns out he didn't really fit the system, and transitioning from a defensive end to an outside linebacker really didn't work for him. Or maybe it just didn't work for him in this particular scheme. Who knows? But at the end of the day, they released him. Um, they kept Trent Harris, and now we have Quincy Roche, who I'm excited about. So not only that, big body wide receiver, Collin Johnson. I think he will be a good addition to the team. Um, David Sills was re-signed to the practice squad, as was Brett Hagee, Jake Burton, um, Kenny Wiggins, um, couple players. Also, on my live stream yesterday, I said that more than likely Ellison Smith would be put on IR so that they can make some moves and probably acquire another offensive lineman. Um, they did put him on IR and put John Ross on IR as well, and that's how they was able to acquire these guys off of the waiver wire and add them to the team. Also, I wouldn't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you see us make some more moves later on within the next couple of days to acquire another offensive lineman, particularly a guard or a tackle. I think we're pretty much set at the center position. And don't be bummed out about the guys being on the practice squad because I believe that some of them were put on there just to be coached up and be activated later on. I do believe that Brett Hagee will make this team eventually um, if what we've done for the center doesn't work out, or maybe he'll play at guard position. Who knows? Even learn how to become a tackle. He's already played left guard, right guard, and center. Maybe he'd be a good tackle. Who knows? But I'm excited to see that David Sills was signed back on to the practice squad. Also, Dante Pettis made the roster. He made the 53-man roster. So I look forward to seeing what this team is going to shape up to be. Obviously, Joe Judge and David Gettleman have more faith in the linemen than we do. But I wouldn't be surprised if you see them moving some things around and get another offensive lineman in here within the next couple days. But other than that, G Nation, I'm just excited to see. Everybody's talking all this trash. Everybody thinks we're in panic mode, and we're doing all of this stuff at the last minute because week 3 preseason game, the offensive line didn't look that good. I particularly don't think that's the case. I think that the way he approached the preseason, knowing that we was having 3 games as opposed to the normal 4, and to cut down changes of the dates and the numbers of players that had to be changed, was different than in normal season. So I believe that he utilized those preseason games to actually evaluate the talent that he had on the team from all positions and all players, and then figuring out based off of that assessment what was the next move going forward. And I believe that all of this has been methodical, planned, and executed with precision, and all the I's dotted and all the T's crossed. I don't think Joe Judge is a man who fails to plan. I don't believe the rumor going around that he wanted Devontae Smith, and when he couldn't get Devontae Smith, he panicked and took Kadarius Toney instead of getting an offensive lineman. I don't believe that he panicked. I believe that that was the plan going forward. They had already made the trade back discussion, and all of those things had already came into play. So I've heard some content creators and some people say on a few streams that that was the case, that they thought that Joe Judge panicked and reached for Kadarius Toney when he should have got an offensive lineman. I particularly believe that this offensive line is going to gel together. They're going to come together and come on strong and carry us to the playoffs. They're going to block for Saquon. They're going to block for Daniel Jones. And our offense is going to be a lot more potent than people thought. And we're going to be okay. Now, I do believe that Jason Garrett will not be with us next season. Um, Either he won't be good enough and he'll be looking for an offensive coordinator job somewhere, or he'll ball out and somebody will get him as a head coach. Either way, I'll be happy. I don't particularly like his style of play, um, but all things considered, I think it's going to be a good season. And don't be surprised if we make some moves and get another offensive lineman. Um, but if you like the video, share, subscribe, click the bell notification. Maybe give me a thumbs up, helps me out. Until next time, G Nation, y'all know what it is.